Hey, it's Brenda. I hope everyone's doing well today. So, I had a client who moves out the way. I had a client who was doing phenomenally well on her weight loss quest. She had lost so far 75 pounds. Now, my goal for her was for her to get under 299 pounds. That was my goal for her. I figured if we reached the 299-pound benchmark, that she will feel more confident in continuing along. That she will see, oh my God, she hasn't been on a 299 for years. I mean, I thought it would have been mind blowing. However, when she got to 307, she stopped and she regressed. If I would have known now, if I would have known then what I've known now, I could have stopped that regression. However, when you are a personal trainer, you don't really have time to discuss the emotional aspects behind weight loss or the vulnerability that somebody may be feeling, the fears that they have for change, so on and so forth. Your job is to meet an hour or two a week, put them through a workout, discuss their food options, and that's it. So as a coach now I get more into the nitty gritty of what goes behind the scene of a person, right? Now it's more like, oh, so let's discuss this. What's going on? Why, what happened, or how can we make this better, or what can we come up with? Versus, I want you to do 20 squats, 10 push-ups, 50 high knees, right? For example. So anyway, as we were on this journey, I was very proud of her. But however, when she got to a certain point, she quit. She started to regress. She didn't do it publicly, she did it privately. So now I've done some research, and there is something called an emotional cycle of change. It's by two men. Kelly, I have the name here, so I'm gonna actually put it here. Kelly and Connor's emotional cycle of change. And they have 5 stages to change. So today I'm gonna discuss stage one and how if we use stage one, it can help you stay on track for stage 2, 3, 4 until you get to stage 5. Because in stage 2 and 3 is when you really things start to get a little bit messed up, a little hairy. In her case, we were already in the almost near stage 3, and that was when she really, really was completely frazzled. And anyway, so I'm not going to go into too much details. Okay, so the first stage is called uninformed optimism. This stage is the beginning stage. This is when you are super excited, when you are fully motivated, and you are only thinking of one thing, and that is taking action. You aren't thinking of the emotional responses to your goal, but just taking action. Okay, you're thinking about getting up early in the morning to work out. You're thinking about drinking more water. You're thinking about giving up your favorite foods or eating less of the foods that you like. In her case, she gave up chips, she gave up sweets. I think it's really candy. So she stopped eating donuts before bed, right? So that was it. She was just super focused. She was on stage one, super focused on just doing it. And she was so motivated. It was very easy to get her to change certain behaviors. But it was surface level only. They weren't deep inside. They weren't emotional responses. They weren't it wasn't something that she really wanted to do. It was something that she thought she wanted to do at that time, but not something that she really wanted deep inside. We'll get to that later on. So the second stage is, so we have here uninformed optimism, and then we have informed pessimism. This time you are aware of what you have to do. You are aware of certain things you really have to give up, and you are aware of the consequences towards you giving up certain foods, right? You may feel a little bit unhappy because you don't really want to give up your favorite food. You really don't want to get up in the morning and work out, or you hate to exercise. I don't know whatever it is, right? In her case, she was very happy with her progress, and so was I, but she didn't want to go to the next level, right? She didn't want to work harder because she felt like she's already giving up a lot of things. So, stage 2 is informed pessimism. Now, the guys here, Kelly and Connor, they have stage 3 as being hope of realism or realistic hope. However, I'm going to go more with Rob Dial's version of it, which he's a mindset mentor. His version was the valley of death. And he named it so because in this stage here is when people quit most of the time. This is when it gets really, really, really hard to stay on track. This is when you start to check out mentally or publicly. You start to miss a session or two. Actually, you start that in stage 2. You start to miss a session or two, and it just gets worse in stage 3. Because in stage 3, you actually start to see change happening, and it scares you because you feel like you are going to lose your identity. You are going to lose the person who makes you who you are, right? So then you get to stage 4. Now, stage 4 is the opposite of informed pessimism. It is informed optimism. Here you see changes are happening. Here you see that you are losing the weight. In her case, she was, we were so close now. Here is where you see where you used to get the weight. Here's where you see, oh, it wasn't really get that bad. No, I've got this, It wasn't bad giving up getting my favorite food. I don't miss it anymore. It's okay. And then you continue taking more action until you get to stage 5, where you've reached success. And you're like, what? I've got this. It was never that hard. I don't know why I started early. Oh my God, this is awesome. Blah, 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 blah. Now, my client and I never got to those stages because I didn't know as much as I know now. I mean, I've been a trainer for 24 years. I'm going to be completely honest. And what I know or what I knew was just give me 10 reps of squats. Give me 20 reps of push-ups. No, you know what? Let's eat Disco for breakfast. Call me up because I would have clients actually call me before they made a decision if they felt confused or conflicted. If they were going to a restaurant or they were going for lunch, they'll drop me a text, Brenda, I have a choice between X and Z. I have a choice between this and that. Which one can you think may be best? And then based on if I could answer them back, if I wasn't busy, and based on their goal, I would usually give a recommendation. But that was it. It was never deep. So we're going to go back to stage 1, which is what I should have done with her. And I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do. Okay. When you are in stage 1, I want you to use the motivation that you have, the high motivation that you have in stage 1. And I want you to write down every benefit to your goal. I don't want you to write down the end result. Right. In my case, my end result for her was under $299. I thought that was a really good start. And then later on, as time went on, we can work on losing more weight. But getting her under $299, I felt, that she would be able to walk better, just have a better overall quality of life. All right. Oh my God. I'm sorry, my throat got dry. I need water. Next time I'll bring some water for this here because I plan on coming here every week, every Wednesday. I tried today at 4:30. I'm going to see how that works. If it doesn't work that well, then I'll try 3, then I'll try 1, then I'll try 12, and I'll see which one, depending on the response I get. And I'll be honest here, which one is the one that I'm going to go for. So, but for now, it's 4:30. I felt it was the best time. I'm alone. I'm in my sister's house. Everyone is quiet. So don't worry too much about the end result, but focus on the benefits. And the reason I say benefits is because if you focus on the benefits that you are going to actually get, then you can use those points to take you through the hard times. You can always look at it every day. You can go over the benefits and just reiterate to yourself what it is that you want to accomplish and why, right? So benefits for her, it would have been being able to walk longer distances, right? Being able to walk more. It will have been less joint pain. It will have been better markers of health when she gets her cholesterol. It probably would have been maybe even less medication. It would have been a better quality of life, more independence. It would have been so many things that she could have accomplished, or she could have gotten the benefits of her actions of the weight loss. Not the actual losing what the scale says, but how she felt, right? We could have focused on those things there. Another thing you can do is you can every day visualize your success. Visualize yourself, in her case, walking the Denver airport. She says in Seattle is really long. Seattle airport is like really far, and she has to always go in the wheelchair because she can't walk it, right? So you could have visualized her walking the airport unassisted, right? So when you are in stage one, use stage one, use it to your advantage by drilling down each and every benefit that you feel you're going to get from your goal, right? But benefits that matter, not what the scale said. In this case, not the scale or not what your friend said or your husband or whatever, but real benefits are going to help you live a better quality of life. Now, I'm using weight loss because this is the story that I have, but you can put this into any other thing. Getting a new job, going back to school or going to school, getting a relationship, or just work on yourself. Wanting to change something about yourself. Next week, I'm going to come and discuss stage 2. And I feel like the following week, I'll discuss stage 3 and see what other tools we can put into place. But, use stage 1 completely and totally. Sorry about that. Use stage 1 to drill down the benefits. Okay, put a vision board if you want to, do visualizations, do all these things that where you will be able to see the actual goal. As a matter of fact, they have an article on treasure maps. I'm going to put it together. And when I come next week, I'm going to show you what a treasure map is. So you can write the benefits down, or you can put it like with pictures and all that, visual pictures. But you have to really dig deep in and find out what benefits you are going to get that are going to help you live a better life. Not a superficial, looking good, or whatever, but what is going to make you live a better life. See, for my client, we didn't even have to go to 100 pounds, 150 pounds. We just have to get up to 300s. Just so she can have better quality of life. And then eventually she would have seen how wonderful it is to be able to walk, and then without pain, and then maybe she could have gone for a second goal of losing a little bit more so she could have more freedom. It was never about aesthetics. It was never about the scale per se. It was just about her being able to live her life more fully. Anyway, being honest here, and that's one of the things that I am mostly. Sometimes I'm too honest, and that's okay, I guess I would say. So again, there are 5 stages. If you know the stage you are at, it's easy to continue. Okay, and just know that if you stay on track, you will definitely get to stage 5, which is success, and you'll definitely get to the point where you will live freely or happy or whatever it is that you want to accomplish. But just know that you have to go through the stages. That's just the way it is. Sometimes people quit and start something else, and then they find themselves again with the whole thing of excitement. And a lot of times, I think people are addicted to that too. I've seen that happen too, where people are just addicted to starting new things because they like the excitement of things. And then when it wears off, they don't want to go through the hard part, which, hey, I understand. This is why I do what I do. This is why I coach people, because I want to help you get through the hump so you can get to the other side. Anyway, my friends, I hope this has helped. And I will see you next week. at 4:30. So for this whole month, or rather for the next 2 weeks in February, I'm gonna try 4:30. Then I'll probably try a little bit higher, see what happens.